Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. Oh, Jabes. Jabies.
Every time, every day.
We're
I'm
here.
I'm still here.
We're live, barely.
We're barely live?
Barely live, right? It's a weird time out right now. The sky here is kind of murky and gray, and it's hot. And there's this bleeding sun peeking through where you're like, man, are we in the actual apocalypse? Are we in it now?
Yeah.
And have we succumbed to it and been like, all right, at this point, let's just survive. Survive in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Survive in advance.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it when people die now as if, oh, well, I just beat them. Sorry about
right.
that. But I won at life, and nothing you can do about it, and I apologize. But that's what is going on right now, and that's the way I feel, where it's just like, shit. Sorry about that. I just won again.
Who's died that you know?
Carl Reiner just passed away.
Oh, that's right.
One of my very favorite directors of all time. The movie The Jerk is as close to a perfect comedy as one could get in this world. One of the very, very best movies of all time. I am unbelievably surprised that it still exists at this point. It hasn't been canceled.
Right.
But I would put him and Mel Brooks as onesie twosies of the guys who were really, really pushing it.
Okay.
So yeah, I read it and I was sad for a second, and the next thought was, I won.
You won.
Yeah. I mean, granted, he was 98, and one could say, hey, Ross, will you live to be 98? No, I will not.
No.
That's
a definite no.
Close to that.
He's here for a good time, not a long time.
Right. However, there will be people when I pass away, they'll be like, I beat him. And I want you to know, you won. You know?
I think I'll be one of them, sad to say.
That you'll outlive me?
Yeah.
Probably. I would say so.
Yeah.
It's
sad.
Cigarettes might catch up with you, James.
Well, I'm not smoking cigarettes.
You liar.
Unless
dirty little liar.
Unless the jewel is gonna, is worse.
When you guys are with the ladies, you'll go hard cigarettes.
Yeah, I'll go a couple puffs.
Yeah.
Widely known, you're not going to do this to me today. But I have heard that.
Well, your life insurance policy is nicotine based. So, like, if you go down for a nicotine reason, I get none of that money.
Yeah.
And I will not be showing up to the hospital.
Right. Right.
It'd be a lot of FaceTime. Hey, what's up?
We won't be together. But I've heard that Juul actually turns your lungs to glass. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know nothing about it.
That's what I heard. I heard it's worse.
I know Jewel turns my ears to gold whenever I hear her music.
Yeah.
Ugh. These hands are small, I know, but they're not yours.
It's weird because you
they
don't
are
like small hands.
Own.
Like, you'll always point out people with small, look at her hands, they're so small. I'm why do you fucking care about that? It must have gone. You must have been triggered or imprinted in the Juul days.
No. Have you ever held someone with really tiny hands?
Held someone?
Like held their hand?
No.
It's creepy, man.
Yeah, I'm sure. You're just like this.
Yeah, dude. You feel like you're carrying around a little baby doll.
Sure.
And I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
Any girl with small hands is a no-no. That is a negativo.
I know, it's
that
weird,
in a hammer thumb. Some people have those hammer thumbs, and it's just like, oh, boy.
It's literally the only thing wrong with Megan Fox.
Yeah. And here's the thing. If you got an HJ
Can
for
you
Megan
put up
Fox,
a picture, of that thumb?
No, just type in Megan Fox's thumb.
Megan Fox thumb, and you will get too much content, actually.
Oh, there it is. No.
So if you just get...
Go over.
Yeah, there's like a...
Look at that.
That one's not even that.
That's not bad.
Bad.
Scroll down. I'm gonna tell you which one.
There's one over that kind of does a
there
close-up.
There it is. All the way over, and down one more. Boom. That close-up right there. Oh.
Maybe that one.
That's like a...
You really need to see it from the side. It's just like a bulbous...
That's up for the audience, right? Okay, good.
It's a bulbous thumb, and it's literally all I can think about when I see her.
Somebody took a fucking hammer to it.
It's all I can think about.
Same.
As well as Nick Jonas nipples.
Okay, well,
lest we forget. But anyways,
before we get to Nick Jonas's nipples, because I think that is important. I do want to say this.
But do you see
the reason why it creeps me out is if you were getting a hand job from Megan Fox, and you saw that thumb coming at you, it'd be like your fucking, your weird dwarf brother who's giving you an HJ, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah. Why does it have to be a brother?
What's that?
Why does it have to be a brother?
It looks like a stubby little dude's hand.
I don't know when you talk about your dwarf brother, like I'm just wondering why it has to be related to you.
Oh, because
you're getting
at
hand
that
jobs.
Point, you're so disgusted by it. Like, what's the other alternative? Like, getting jacked off by your dwarf brother or Megan Fox's thumb. Like, that's okay. Those two would be like, what's worse? I guess at that point, I guess Megan Fox, because you could keep up, but like if you had to keep your eyes focused on that hand,
right,
the entire time, couldn't do anything. Yeesh.
It's all I focus on when I see her face. All she's with Megan, or she's with Machine Gun Kelly.
Yep. Which
she absolutely should be. She's finally in a league where she belongs. But look at that thumb. Look at that thumb.
Put that one up, Alec, the one you just showed. Oh, gross, dude. There it is. No,
that's the same one.
There it is. Ah, boy. And look, it's like a little French manicure they gave that thumb, too. Like to kind of sexy it up a little bit, and you can't. I'd almost wear one of those post office rubber thumbs, like one of those rubber thumbs over that thumb. Like and you just be like, oh, hey, what do you do? Nothing, man. I got so much fan mail. I've just been licking stamps all day.
I see.
I'd be licking stamps all day, and I didn't want to get paper cut. Be like, oh, all right, cool. Like if you look at Morgan Freeman, his entire arm is covered by a rubber glove now.
Yeah, because it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
It's dead.
It's dead. He got in a car crash with his granddaughter/wife.
We know all about. We don't need.
I don't know about Nick Jonas's nipple.
Yeah,
dude.
can we please This is a segment called "A Member Nick Jonas's Nipple."
What the fuck is that real?
Wait. Which one is real,
Jessie?
Go
what?
Down.
That's come on. He looks normal.
No, go down to the big ones, the saucer ones.
Is that real?
Go to it.
That looks photoshopped. Put that up on the screen. Come on, that's not real. Was that real?
Yeah, it was.
Did he get a nipple reduction surgery? Yeah, dude, it says 25 best memes about Nick Jonas's nipples. Maybe something happens in water. I mean, that looks like he's fucking in his second term.
Yeah.
He looks like a pregnant lady in her second term with those nipples, man.
Okay, so Nick Jonas's nipples were the talk of the town 5 years ago.
Okay.
Don't believe everything you see on the internet, folks.
Did he get him removed?
You most likely heard, huh?
That looks like a normal nipple, I think. It's too pink.
Yeah, but that could just be like...
The dark red frisbee nipples look weird to me. Like I don't believe this story at all. The Megan Fox thing is real. I don't know what to think about this. I think you've all been had on this one.
But it was
this
a meme.
Motherfucker's shirtless in everything.
It was a meme for a while.
Yeah, look at him grabbing his D there.
Okay.
Pop that picture up and zoom in on that where he's grabbing his hog.
Okay, well, then it was just something that we all
look,
were talking about 5 years ago then.
So look at that. I'll look at the nipples there. They're a little bit bigger, but I think those are exaggerated by those other
Wouldn't
photos.
they be photoshopped in
He's
something
having
like
a hard
this?
time grabbing that penis though. That's a two finger lift on that when you're trying to put a little more into it. A lot of guys know that well, where you can, you're trying to show off the meat at the deli, and it's just like, whoops, Somebody had too much honey baked ham. I'm sorry, ma'am. I've only got a quarter pound left. I know you asked for a half today, but I've only got a quarter pound left.
Well,
you know,
it wasn't real then, but it was fun for a while.
Jessie.
It was fun.
Telling tales outside of school about Nick Jonas, man.
I just like to picture him like that.
Yeah, well, I don't think about it. I've never heard that story.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, the Morgan Freeman arm is another thing. Type that in for the people in case they don't know. There's a lot of people who clearly don't know what's going on there. Yeah, there it is. There's that rubber glove.
Yeah, so he's dating his granddaughter.
Yeah. Look at that. Show it. Pop it up on the screen. Yeah. Yeah. Why do you feel bad for him?
Why do you feel bad?
He got in a car accident with his granddaughter / wife. No, he can't. He can't help that. But I had a buddy of mine wrote one of his films and was with him every single day. And I was like, what happens to that sleeve every day?
Right.
And he goes, man, he's got a person on set who takes it off, cleans it, the whole thing. Like, I bet you it would stink because it goes all the way up.
And it's just dead? Like, why are we covering it? Okay.
He doesn't want to chop off his arm.
Right.
I would rather go dead arm than chop it off, right?
Right.
You know?
I guess.
Or get a jacked arm.
Yeah.
Like a jacked mannequin arm. Pop that up. See what happens with my life.
Right.
You know? But yeah, there it is. Oh, look at it. Oh no. Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
There it is.
I really want to know.
Can somebody help me with the trunk? I cannot get this open. I've got some groceries here. I've got some groceries from Trader Joe's, and I need help with my trunk.
Any excuse.
What happened? My arm. I was driving my granddaughter home from our wedding, and I rolled the car. Real sorry.
Cannot.
I am on it today.
Anymore.
I am on it today, Javes. Feels like the end of the world. And the reason why I say this is there's a huge story about Chase Rice, the country singer, who I didn't know was a real country singer until
I thought it was
The Bachelor. Apparently, look, I will say this. When we heard the fucking song on The Bachelor, I was like, oh, shit, that sounds like a huge hit song.
Yeah, totally.
So I didn't know. Maybe he is something. Apparently he is. People are flocking to his concerts during a goddamn worldwide pandemic, which is awesome.
It is awesome.
It was 4,000 people at that last show.
He put it on his, what?
4,000 people.
4,000 people. Oh, okay. But that was, I think that place holds like 10 or
something. It
something.
And they had to cut it in half. So
it
was only allowed to be 50% capacity.
It was at half capacity. They were doing temperature tests. They had plenty of room to social distance. It was outside. It wasn't inside.
Okay.
So all these precautions were taken. I mean, obviously, once you drink a little bit and it's your favorite song, it all goes out the window and everyone. So the Instagram that he did looked like a packed to the gills.
But it was actually
concert.
It was a fully packed concert for real.
What do you mean fully packed?
That was the maximum people they could let in, right?
Right, from 10,000.
Correct.
But they only let in 4,000.
They only let in 4,000.
Plenty of room.
Right, but from the stage, so the reason why I say this was packed was from the stage, nobody observed like, oh, hey, let's hang out like.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not going to be like, okay, well, on a social distance
30 yards back.
Yeah,
everybody would push towards the stage.
Exactly.
So it was packed. There's 4,000 people jammed against the stage. And yeah, man, I mean, there was no mask. Partying all night, fireball shots for Chase Rice, dude.
Chase Rice. And you know you're all...
I get it. If Chase Rice came here, right, because of the fucking mood I'm in with all this bullshit going on from China, I'm going to the Chase Rice concert.
Absolutely.
I only know the one song from The Bachelor.
And I'd
fucking scream that out. Playing The Bachelor song! And I'd be having a fireball. I'd wear my boots. Put a fireball in my boots like a little lady with some cut-off jean shorts. Come on, Chase.
Yeah.
Come on. Give me the hit. The one hit you have. Give it to me. Just because I want to go to a concert and live my life.
So where they did this concert, it's in Nashville, or it's like 130 miles east of Nashville, Brushy Mountain.
Oh, well, that's about 2 hours.
Do you know this Brushy Mountain?
I do.
Okay.
I do, yeah. It's about 2 hours away.
Oh, okay.
So it's not close.
Okay.
You're starting to get into like Bonnaroo territory. Yeah.
Anyways, in this county where they had the concert, there was 53 cases and 0 deaths this entire time.
Great.
So they were, fine.
Fuck it. I'm all in.
Do you know what I mean? And like if you go out like to the outer rings of like each county outside, it's like 31 cases, 0 deaths.
Yeah,
109 cases, 3 deaths. Like
their
numbers have just been nothing, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they held it there. Historic. By the way, I need to go to this place, Brushy Mountain. It's an old penitentiary.
Yeah.
That like they do concerts at?
Fucking rad, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Welcome
That's
to
my dream.
Welcome to the South.
That is my dream. Historic Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary where they do concerts outside. Yeah. Hello.
You know how many deaths and rapes were in there? And now everybody's just partying.
Oh my gosh.
Off, dude. It spurs and let it go.
So pretty much everyone that was incarcerated in this place was there for like 200 years or more. So everyone that went in there died there.
Fuck yeah, they did.
And they're just watching Chase Rice.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The ghosts are watching Chase Rice. But anyway, snitch ass, because everyone's a snitch, right?
Yeah, everyone's a fucking snitch.
Everyone is so much better than everyone else, and they need to let you know. Yeah. Kelsey Ballerini.
Who's that?
She's another country singer.
Okay.
Just as famous in that she's not really, but in the country world she is. Imagine being selfish enough to put thousands of people's health at risk, not to mention the potential ripple effect, and play a normal country concert right now. We all want and need to tour. We just care about our fans and their families enough to wait.
Fuck
now listen,
you, Kelsey.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm still doing it. Like, and it's when is it gonna? It will never be okay. There will always be a Kelsey Ballerini, right?
Oh, yeah.
There will always be someone that's like, we're still not ready. My grandma just died. And you're like, bro, we have to do something.
Yep.
And these memes, right, of either memes or people coming out just saying, like, it's just a mask. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're so selfish. It's just a mask. You're crying about a mask. Like, that's where they got you. If you are in the mindset that you go, it's just a mask, then they've got you right where they want you. And so they go, oh, just wear the mask. And then, I don't know, just stay home. Yeah. And then they get you all staying home. And they're like, I don't know, just close down your business that you've put everything into for the past 20 years and completely collapse the economy while simultaneously marching for Black Lives Matter, which is going to completely collapse when the economy collapses. And you put them even 10 years farther behind than where they are right now. From what we're doing with the economy.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore. I literally cannot talk about this anymore.
No.
It has to be the last thing that we say. They've groomed us. We're groomed. Now people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You can't wear a mask, you fucking whiny, selfish. Okay, cool. That's exactly. I'm still not wearing a mask.
What'd you say? I'm still not wearing a mask.
You have to if you're going to go into a store.
I got thrown out of the store. You know?
And you went and got a mask and you went back in because you have to. And that's the fucking shitty thing about it. And we've held out for this long. Things have gotten better. Cases have gone down. And every time they feel like they can, close you back up.
Yeah. Here's my...
Because you've proved to them that you will do it.
Here's what I would love to see for Kelsey Ballerini. Whoever's dating her currently or whoever the next one is, right? Just go into the bedroom next time you guys are about to bang and then throw a fucking Iron Man mask at her and she'll be like, oh, what's this for? He's like, oh, I want to fuck you in that mask. It's just a mask. Right. You can wear just a mask, right? It's totally fine. I've always wanted to fuck Iron Man. Now I get to do it right now. It's just a mask. Put the mask on. And then see what happens.
I wish.
That would be awesome,
I wish that all the people marching in the street were really attacking the exact issue, which is like, if you collapse this economy, our community will suffer more than yours.
Yeah. No.
Right?
It's all over, kids.
It's all over. We can't talk about it anymore. We can't talk about it
Kelsey Ballerini. She looked better with the fucking Iron Man mask on. You know?
She did, or she?
She would.
Oh, she would. Yeah.
I'd make her wear it. Just put the mask on. It's just a mask, right? We're good.
Yeah.
Maybe something I've always been into. You know, everybody's got some sort of mask fantasy. Phantom of the Opera style. Just put a mask on. It's just a mask. I'm tired of hearing that fucking comment too.
What?
It's just a mask. I don't like wearing the goddamn
That's exactly
mask.
what I just said.
No,
did you not hear anything I just said?
I did.
Okay.
I heard all of it.
Okay.
I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay.
I've had friends of mine now make videos saying that it's just a mask. And I'm like,
that's all I'm saying.
Hey, bro.
Like, that's exactly what I'm seeing.
I don't
more
like
and more.
wearing the goddamn mask. Well, here's where I'm. Whoa, was that Spider-Man?
But it's not about liking it or not liking it. It's what the mask represents. It's not like, yes, we can wear a fucking mask. We're not idiots. We're not babies. What it means is if we start making that super normal, then it's really normal for them to just say, I mean, the fact that people are telling us to stay in our house, I mean, it's old news at this point, but like stay in your house. I feel like my old grandma is like, you pesky kids, like stay in your house, wear your mask. Why?
So here's where I was going with this. The people that have told me to wear a mask, right? And there was an article about this morning. People are saying this next election, are you voting for the presidents at all at this point? Are you voting for mask or no mask at this point? And when I thought about that comment, my friends who've been making these fucking videos, you can pretty much go down the line and be like, all right, if you're a mask on type of dude, probably a Democrat. If you're a mask off, you're probably a Republican.
I'm not sure about...
At least in my world.
Right.
Like, all of my friends who are making these fucking mask videos, they're all super Democrat. And I'm like, God damn it. And they're also rich. And I'm like, man, it is real easy for you to say that after you've been on a TV show for 8 years. Like, you know, that's syndicated around the world. And you're
it's
rich
one
as shit.
thing. It's one thing or the other. It's I wear a mask everywhere and everything's open, or I don't wear a mask and we fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are we doing the mask and shutting down the economy at the same time? Why? Do you know what I mean?
No, it makes
if
no
the
sense.
mask is 100%, like if you opened everything back up in the same way, I'll wear a mask everywhere. I promise.
Makes total sense.
But I'm not going to do this half and half. I'm only like killing the entire economy and you have to wear a mask.
Right.
Well, for what now? I mean, what the fuck is the point?
Mask on, mask off, dude. I'm starting to separate friends.
Jill Biden is now doing a lot of interviews for her husband.
With the mask on?
No mask, just for her husband.
He's fucking dead at this point.
I don't know if he's alive. I mean...
No.
She was doing an interview literally for him, talking about who he's picking for his vice president. And it was a little bit like, okay.
You want to hear the crazy thing is that's going on behind the scenes? I can drop this knowledge on the folk at home if you're watching. So he's got to pick his VP. There's a massive problem going on behind the scenes.
Okay.
The one who is probably the smartest and most qualified is Elizabeth Warren. She also raises the most money. So they do these little test fundraisers behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
It is Elizabeth Warren. Look, we saw her during the debates. She's pretty fucking sharp. She took out Bloomberg.
She'll annihilate a motherfucker.
She took out Mike Bloomberg and his $5 billion. In one night of debate, he was done with his entire campaign and political career because of Elizabeth Warren.
She really did.
The biggest issue they're having is because of everything that's going on. If he picks a white woman, people will fucking freak out and they don't know what to do behind the scenes. So they keep interviewing more and more people of color, trying to decipher whether or not they will be able to make the dent that Elizabeth Warren will, and what impact choosing a white person in this race during this time period for the Democrats will have on that. And it's pretty fucking crazy, man. So
I don't know. I mean, her record as far as like oppressing people is a lot better than
Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
The other thing too.
So if you just look at policies and like what, do you know what I mean?
The other biggest issue they're having with this is Elizabeth. Because here's the thing with Elizabeth Warren, whoever this is, it's just like you said, with sending out Jill Biden. This vice president is going to have to do more to campaign than anyone in the history of vice presidential picks during an election, because you have a president nominee that is pretty much incapacitated or suffering dementia. So they're going to have to go out and talk to all these fucking people. If you're looking at the better of the two, it's probably Elizabeth Warren. Like, Kamala Harris is just so unlikable, but I don't know what they're going to do with it. And it's going to come down to the nth hour for those guys.
Yeah, her record is worse than Warren. So that's the thing, is like, it's not likable or unlikable. It's that, when you really get down to what Kamala Harris has done in the past and what Warren has done, there's very little on Warren that isn't just her fucking going after big business and championing little guy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she's rich. Literally the only thing you can say about her is she's a rich white lady, but who has spent her life trying to fucking...
I know. Look.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't care.
The hilarious thing about it is the other issue they're having is Elizabeth Warren's from Massachusetts and Kamala Harris from California. You already have those states. So you almost need to pick somebody from a swing state that you don't have. The problem is there isn't anyone good enough or famous enough from those swing states. So I'm not sure where that's all going to land. But whoever it is going to have to come out and make the majority of speeches and appearances for this campaign. Because he has
Chloe's
been
out. Oh,
invisible.
yeah. She took herself out.
She took herself out and said, I want
Stacey Abrams.
I want a person of color. So did... she goes, I'm taking myself out of the running because it should be a person of color. Now, so did Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan. She took herself out and said, I think it should be a person of color as well. So
but that's like somebody you haven't called in a year being like, don't ever call me again.
Right. Both of them. And so the pressure
don't
is
text
on.
me ever again.
And I don't know what they're going to do. This election cycle is going to be weird and oddly enjoyable.
I just wish there was some place to escape. Like, I wish there was, like, if you could get in your car and drive somewhere, like, I wish there was somewhere to, like, escape from it. I guess besides
escape from the election or escape from
just everything right now.
Look,
because there's no, before there used to be like, oh, go to Texas, right? Not anymore. Like, oh, go to whatever. Not anymore. Like, there used to be a place that at least you felt like if you were having a mental break or something and you needed to get in your car and drive somewhere, you could go and like dine outside or like have a little bit of like normal life. You can go on down to Brushy Mountain.
Yeah. So the super rich are taking these vacations where you are quarantines. So you can go to like Fiji and shit right now. And you're self-quarantined, and they have people come in and cook for you and do all this shit for you and all that stuff. No. So you really could just leave if you wanted to.
I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be like one hotspot of like a group of people or a county or whatever that don't give a fuck. And if you want to fucking come here.
Yeah.
I mean, not like Chaz or anything like that.
What you're describing is Chaz,
not
brother.
Not Chaz.
Bag a bag.
Like a little nicer than Chaz. But anyway, like the same kind of concept. Maybe Brushy Mountain. Do you know what I mean? Like that's kind of what they were doing. It's like, here's what we're doing. We're having a Chase Rice concert. Right. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be in the middle of nowhere. You can drink. You can get fucked up. Unless Chase Rice puts it on his Instagram, no one's going to know. Boom, he did.
It's Spurs and let it go.
Snitched on himself.
Yeah, he did. He had to. He's playing more concerts. So
and he literally just put "We Back."
Yeah, he did. Goddamn right, we back. He didn't need Victoria F after all.
No.
That guy F's on his own. You know? I bet you they're lined up.
Lined up. Dude. Yeah, he's G to G. You know what I mean? He's G to G.
He's going doggy, putting a red Solo cup on that back for that dip cup.
For
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's Spurs and let it go. Right now, if Garth Brooks came to town, fuck you, dude. I'd line up and cry with him. I'd get front row as close as I could to the grimiest motherfuckers on the face of the planet to see Garth Brooks.
I don't know.
It's bringing all the homeless. Who gives a shit?
I just have
COVID the whole goddamn place, and I'll go and I'll watch him cry before every song.
I have such a different lens that I see him through now.
I see him through one lens, and that's rain. Like that is fucking rain. It's just tears from that guy. This next song.
He leaves it all out there.
Damn it, man. I lost my dad by a river. It's called The River, you know? And you're like,
Did you
man.
Did he die? No, I just lost him for a couple of minutes. I couldn't find him.
I lost him for about 5-10 minutes, and then
he was just taking a piss, and I didn't know he left, and he didn't tell me he left.
Oh, the memories.
But then I found him.
Yeah.
And this one's called "Found My Dad by the River."
Yeah, exactly. Better to live to chance. Could miss the pain. But I had to miss fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, while he's singing, can you put that picture up?
Oh, just he's very introspective. And I didn't know that Your Mom's House did a whole fucking bit on him. Like I didn't know they thought him
forever now.
We have to do their show. We have to go and do their show.
Forever now. I think it would be fun. I
It'd
don't know if they would.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't know.
I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be fun. I would love to go in depth with Garth with them because I didn't know until watching that documentary.
But you're gonna be going toe to toe because they hate him, and you're gonna be defending him.
No. Look, I like Garth Brooks' music for real. Him as a person is a ridiculous human being that deserves all of that ridicule that they give him. So therefore,
right.
I'm able to separate the artist from the fucking person. You know, like. There is times where a Michael Jackson song will come on in the car, and I'll forget that he, tongued down like fucking 18 kids' assholes.
Sure. And
went to court for it, and I'm like, shit. I mean, it'll click in now probably a minute 12 into the song where I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
That was a pretty young thing, and I just, once they start breaking down the words, I was like, well, we know that was written about a 7-year-old.
Right.
And that's hard. That's hard. Mm-hmm. Speaking of our favorite musicians going through it right now, Jabes, Dr. Dre. Still Dre Day. AK.
I mean, so.
He's going through a divorce. I'm surprised by this one.
Yeah, because they've been together for 24 years.
Yeah.
24 years. She's been through some shit.
She looks great, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Because they're both in their 50s, I believe.
Yeah. She's 50.
She never put up with the bullshit of like, hey, man, it's cool that you're a fucking superstar, but you got kids and come home and do your shit, right? Mm-hmm. She was kind of known as that woman in the industry. I wonder what the final thing was for the two of them.
See, I don't know. And, of course, it's irreconcilable differences.
Oh, I thought you were saying erectile dysfunction. I was like, whoa. Did you just tell Dr. Dre that he needed some Roman from GetRoman.com/drinking bros?
Imagine if you could put that on divorce. No,
yeah, so couldn't get that boner up anymore.
The blanket catch-all of irreconcilable differences. Although right before the quarantine, they were like out, pictured out, doing fine. He was posting about her doing a birthday party for him. Like, they seemed good. I guess you never know, right?
He has the most beautiful beach house in Malibu that one can possibly own. And,
yeah, well, that's probably going to be hers.
Yeah, of course. Of course it's going to be hers.
She'll probably take that one.
The only time in the history of man that a divorce has gone down and the dude got the beach house was Caitlyn Jenner. Maybe because she switched to a lady and was like, I need the beach house.
Oh, P.S. though, she had moved out to that beach house during their separation.
Yeah, I get it.
No, I'm just saying, like, it wasn't theirs. Like, he bought it when they were separating.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Malibu, right?
I thought she gave him that.
No,
and I was like, eesh.
Well, she gave him everything he has, basically, in a way, if you want to look at it that way. But, no, like, they were separating, and he was like, I just want to go to, the way they did it on the show is like, I just want to go to a beach house, just kind of stay out there.
You ever been in one of those houses out there?
In
a party or anything in Malibu?
Yeah.
They're the water is so close that you could piss in it.
It's a little scary, to be
great.
honest with you. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
It's
but
great.
You're like,
they're built
good,
really
right?
solidly.
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
good,
yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It like literally goes under your whole house. The waves are like under your house.
Yeah.
Kind of amazing.
Yeah, very.
But anyway,
very
she's gonna. They didn't have prenup. And they're in California, married in California, which means boom, she gets half.
$800 million
of everything they made while they were together. Half of everything. So he, who knows where he's put everything, but she'll probably make $400 million.
Yeah,
from this.
She'll get $400 million from that. Man, at that point, for $400 million, I mean, shit, is it worth it?
I just kind of feel is what worth it?
Is it worth it? Do you have some kind of agreement at that point where you're just like, hey man, instead of us getting divorced, can we just kind of, do whatever?
Oh, I'm sure he would love that. And she's like, I've been fucking
dealing with your bullshit.
Dealing with your bullshit.
Yeah. Probably
getting yelled at for buying stuff for our entire relationship. And now I'm going to fucking take $400 million of your money.
Yep.
And you're also going to pay me on top of that spousal support.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah.
So that doesn't come with
That's
like, hey man, here's $400 million. I'm not going to pay you spousal support on top of this.
No, because California is a
do-right state?
It's 50.
A shithole?
A shithole?
California?
Calm down, bro.
Come on, man.
Calm down.
You can light that whole goddamn state on fire these days. It's a beautiful state in general. It is probably the most beautiful state I would argue that we have in the nation.
It's like a property state.
However,
I forget what it's called, but yeah.
And the people that live there and the whole ridiculousness and the taxes of that fucking state and the politics there are the worst in the United States, next to Chaz. Like that's it.
Right.
Wall Street Journal did a huge piece on it.
What's up, guys? I'll be there on the fucking 6th.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you will. Wall Street Journal did a huge article on it today, this morning, and said, look, in Los Angeles, an economy built on freelance is crumbling because all these workers, we know all these fucking guys, have multiple gigs and all that shit, have no idea what to do anymore, like at all. And I had a call with one of my buddies last night who's in the midst of turning in this film, like the final shit of it. He was able, luckily, to shoot it and finish it before.
Oh, that's right.
Before all of this hit, and so he sold it. And there's this thing called deliverables where they want like everything under the sun, which is like closed captioning, a black and white print of it, like you name it. It's the most ridiculous shit on the planet, but you still have to give it to them. If I showed you this list of deliverables, it would make you cry. Where you're just like, what? Why do you need it on 8mm? We're not even in that thing. Everything's on a fucking thumb drive. They'll ask for the sun, moons, and stars, and you don't have a choice. Yes, because other countries are still stuck in the fucking 80s, so therefore you have to do that. And part of this deal was he got to do another movie at that budget.
Okay.
And they're trying to figure out where and when to shoot it, and the conversations that he's been having with these people is just like, well, you can't do it here because everybody's going to wear a mask. And then because of the mask, everybody can only work 8 hours. And then you're going to be like 8 feet apart from each other. And you can only have 8 crew members and all this.
People have to do their own hair and makeup.
Yes, that's what he said. I did not know that. I did not fucking hear anything about that.
Unless you shoot in Iceland, which we can get into in a second.
Well, so that's what I told him. I go, look, man, there's a couple movies that are going to Iceland. We just watched one. And he was like, what? Is that real? And I go, yeah. And he goes,
the regulations are just a little bit.
And he goes, it's
different.
weird you say that. He goes, yo, man, two of his other buddies are shooting in Romania. And he's like, it's fine over there. You don't have to do shit. And I was like,
it's not fine, but it's like they have the infrastructure set up. They have hand washing stations around the entire like set, whatever they're doing, and gloves, and people get tested and all of this stuff so that you can still have all the people
right
that you need. Hair and makeup, doing your own hair and makeup. I'm sorry, but people just don't know how to do it.
Go try to do that in 4K. Try to do your own hair and makeup, and 4K for an entire movie.
What if there's like special effects? They're like makeup encompasses so many different things.
Wig work,
or hair, like
wig work. You got to have somebody do your wig work if you're wearing a wig. You're like, no, but for real. So another part about this was they're starting to change all of the scripts that are going to go on afterwards. So they're cutting out kissing scenes, sex scenes, extras. So any scenes with like lots of extras, they would prefer you to CGI it now.
Yeah, so they're saying CGI departments are going to be working overtime to do things like putting people closer together that aren't, or kissing scenes. They're going to do fake kissing scenes.
Yeah.
They're also pulling in spouses to do the kissing scenes instead of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like you can at least put a face on something.
Yeah.
Just like anything, I would be like, yeah, I'm doing it. It's CGI, but you really kiss. Do you know what I mean? Just we did a regulation. There's no fucking way we can do that.
No, dude, no.
This is insane.
A cock double, because he's like, hey man, would you want to work on this movie? I was like, yeah, if you need a cock double, let me know.
Right.
Like, I'm not afraid of my penis getting COVID whatsoever. But because my balls wear a mask. My penis does not, but I definitely put a little mask in my balls.
So anyways,
that's changing. The city of Los Angeles is changing. That fucking TV show that I sold,
don't know,
is on hold because what do you do for, once I went through these regulations, I was on this call. Shit, when was that? Friday. That call on Friday, the insurance certificate of it, I was just like, oh shit, I forgot about an insurance certs where, look, man, if someone gets sick, they can sue. Mm-hmm. People are suing now from getting sick at some of these sports complexes and shit like that. And it's like, I don't know how you stop any of that. I know at the Trump rallies and the Chase Rice thing, they're having people sign, waivers that say, look, if you're here at your own risk.
You're here at your own risk. And the fact that I even need to fucking tell you that.
Yeah. But
is what's wrong.
The paperwork and the unions involved in LA, this is a very, very long road to recovery. And the Wall Street Journal did a great piece on it this morning. And it's like, man, I don't know what happens. Or do you start looking to other cities? Because that was the other thing for the longest time of hey, man, Atlanta was on fire. State of Georgia was on fire for filming.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Can't do it.
Can't do it in this country anywhere.
No,
so you have
not
to
right
go
now.
Elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know when you're going to see a lot of your favorite TV shows and all that other shit. And sports-wise, I mean, look, we're only 4 more sleeps away from Joey Chestnut defending his mustard belt, at Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, which to me, next to the Masters, is probably the greatest sporting event of the year. Mm-hmm. We do a live show every year for it. And we do a live reaction show where we watch and see Chestnut, be the man that he was destined to be.
Sure.
Kobe died, and then I'm kind of left with Chestnut in this world as the greatest athlete left alive, and I'm amped for that. Mm-hmm. But they're going to do it in an isolated room with only 4 contestants, and they're going to televise that. So they are still going to go through with it, but after that sporting event is over, then what? Because all this other shit that says they're ramping up, it's not going to happen. The state of Arizona last night, it was fucking 9 o'clock last night, said, hey, we are stopping all sports right now in this state. Everything, college, pro, we can't contain this virus for 30 days. So if you look at the timeline now,
if you just realize
that'll put you to August 1st, right? There's no way. College football starts at the end of August. No way you can get college football going. Professional football is September, the second week of September, allegedly. I already know the story that they're going to push it to week 6, but that puts you at, 6 weeks to try to train in the state of Arizona? You got the Cardinals there. There's no fucking way any of this shit's going down. Mm-hmm. There's no way. The hockey has said, hey, we're going to try to do this, and we're not requiring any testing. The NHL said we're not requiring any testing.
That's the thing. It's you can say whatever you want.
You know what happened on the first day? 30 out of 200 players got fucking COVID.
But as soon as we realize that you can't contain it, even those words, you can't contain it, right?
Yep.
You can't.
No.
You can't.
So what I'm proposing is this. Let's find out who the best humans are. The strongest, best humans. Let them all play sports. Let us all do everything. And then whoever goes down, we go down. We kind of look at this as like a Roman Colosseum type thing where it's just look, we're all kind of just gladiators walking around from this invisible Chinese disease. Whoever's left is left at that point,
Right.
Let's do it. Let's go all in, baby. Give me Chase Rice. Put him in my town. Put Garth in front of me.
He's fine.
8 Spurs and let it go. Let's go. I'm ready for all of the shit, but no one else will do that, Japes. No one else will do that.
No one else.
And I've been using the same dirty paper mask to go to walk in and out of places. I'm just at least in my underground CrossFit place.
I think you should.
They're
just
hey.
keep using that one.
I am.
And just be
and it's kind of half
have
on.
a footprint on it.
Yeah, it's just kind of half on. And it's just cool. But at least my underground CrossFit that I have to go to, because there's no gyms that are ever going to open up again.
Yeah.
They're hey, bro, don't even bring the fucking mask in. We don't even want to see that shit.
They said don't even bring it in.
Yeah, they're no. You're going to make everybody else feel uncomfortable. We're all here to work out, fucking sweat, lunge on each other, do whatever, man. We're all good on the mask. And I was thank you for my tiny bit of freedom. I live in this cage and I've not gotten bread in a while. Because that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
So fuck these assholes and fuck China. I don't blame politicians for this, by the way, on either side. I don't blame any politicians. I don't blame anybody for protesting. I don't blame people for not wearing masks or whatever. I only blame China for this fucking bullshit we're in. And I wish we got together with fucking Putin, called him up. Everybody's like, oh, fucking Trump and Putin are in bed together. I wish they were butt fucking together. And they got together and throw the fucking president of India in there. Get that guy in the bed too. Let's get a little threesies going there. And then have them decide that we should just fucking nuke that country and move on with our lives. That's me, personally.
Yep.
I'm tired of the shit. Jabes out of China. So we don't know what the fuck's going on over there. It's a goddamn communist country. And if you believe that it really came from a bat, then what are we doing? Those fucking fresh, what are they, fresh markets? Wet markets?
Wet market.
Still open. All of them are still open. Everybody's fucking eating weird shit. Go online. There was a guy eating a fucking turtle out of the shell. I don't even know how the turtle was alive out of that goddamn thing. Go and look. There's
Anyways,
Alex, type in turtle soup, and there's a fucking full shellless turtle in this bowl that I saw this woman eating online the other day. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, the turtle soup in China.
It's just a mask.
Look
it's
at
just
that.
A mask.
Look at that. It's just a mask.
It's just a mask.
What do you care?
It's
just a mask.
your business that you've worked on
there it is.
And put everything in for the past 20 years. It's just a mask.
Put that on screen. And cause
it's just your freedom. You can't even fucking leave your house
so
for...
I would personally rather die than the rest of this shit that's going on. Because if this is going to continue like this for a long time, my drug dealer is going to be rich.
Yeah.
So we'll get him on the phone and then just kind of dial it up and go from there. But yeah, if you can't stop people, if you really believe this is where this came from, right? You can't stop people from eating this bullshit and you can't do it.
Right.
How does that country still exist? How does the rest of the world not look at the numbers and say, you know what? What are we over? Like 350,000 deaths at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, at what point do you be like, so what do we do? What's worth it? You know? We've done it in the past. That's my fucking take on this. And it's a hot take for sure, and I'm sure that's unpopular, but hey man, if that's all that's gonna go, yeah, put that fucker up on the screen right there. Look at that, dude. Just slurping on that head. Throw the third pick in there. Oh man. You can't stop this shit. So
right.
If you think that another disease like this isn't gonna come around in a couple years, and nuke out the entire world. Fuck no, dude. It's going to keep going on and on and on. So put the country under lockdown or something.
Yeah.
Because the problem is they're going to be able to travel. China's going to be able to travel wherever the fuck they want. Mm-hmm. This is going to continue, and I don't know how you stop it unless we start isolating as countries and you can't go anywhere outside your country anymore.
I mean, if that would work.
That's kind of the setup that's going right now. We're not allowed. Americans aren't allowed to travel to Europe. We've been banned from Europe. Mm-hmm. We can't, as Americans, we can't fly anywhere internationally.
Yeah, yeah.
Why not do it to China? If we all got in and signed a treaty and just said,
I think that is how it is.
No, it's not. They're allowed to travel through Europe. China is, and we're not as Americans.
I'm saying China. Nobody can come here from
China, right? But China's allowed to travel all through Europe right now.
Go ahead.
Crazy. So how's this going to end? How's it going to end? And again, if I seem like Dr. Doomsday today, sorry about it. But it's fucking weird, man. I'm tired of all this shit. The goddamn judgment from people about this stupid fucking mask. I was at Publix last night. I was trying to get a jug of water. And there was an older woman, looked like maybe she was 60, 62 years old. She wasn't wearing a mask. She was with her husband, and there were some other people in there. And there was like 4 people who were like, your mask, your fucking mask. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't say a goddamn word to that lady.
Yeah.
I was just like, fucking let her live her life. Eat some fucking produce. You eat it in the store, and then let's do the honor system. I don't care. Grab a tomato.
Yeah.
Bite into that heirloom and let me know how it tastes. I don't give a shit at this point, because I'm trying to have conversations with people too. Because I did get one chicken tender out of the thing, like a to-go tender at Publix. And everybody knows at Publix they have the best chicken tendies on the planet. The planet. I don't know how. Batch after batch, they're all amazing.
Amazing.
So I got a jug of water and just one chicken tendy for the road. And homeboy behind the counter couldn't hear me. He's like, "What do you want, sir?" I was like, "Just give me one chicken tender, please." And he's like, "I'm sorry, man. I just give it the old tappy on the ear, you know. I'm sorry." And I was like, one chicken tender. And he goes, you just want one? Just one? I was like, it's a road tender. Can I get a road tender? It's just one chicken tendy for the road. Oh, okay. Yeah. And we're both breathing heavily through our fucking, paper mask at each other.
Right.
I'm trying to get one chicken tendy for the road, and instead have outed myself to the whole store. So like the shame and embarrassment that I was trying to save myself from me ordering one chicken tendy for the road was now exposed to everybody else. And, I saw their little fucking heads silently judge, looking at each other. Oh, who's that guy getting one chicken tendy for the road? What's his life like at home that he needs one tender for the road? Will his wife not let him eat that one tender? No, not at all, dude. I'm in Publix. You get one chicken tendy for the road. That's the rules.
Right.
That's the rules, Jabes. And if you're sleeping at home, the rules are you should be sleeping in a ghost bed from ghostbed.com/drinking bros, Jabes. Come on. 25% off everything in the entire store. Mattresses, sheets, pillows, adjustable bases. You name it. Everything's 25% off. If you get that cooling mattress right now, that's the jam because it's hot as balls out there right now. You get 2 free pillows with it. And the pillows are just as great as the goddamn mattress themselves. Go to ghostbed.com/drinking bros today. And as always, they got a 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest there on that deal, Jabes. About $25 a month, dude. You can plug in a fleshlight. They got USB ports, everything in that thing. Go to town. You're at home. You're on your own. Giorgio, you said you were, and I get it, man. Get a ghost bed. Get an adjustable base for it. Ghostbed.com/drinking bros today. Next up, James, we got strikeforceenergy.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Shabloinkers.
Yeah. Lasts longer than 5-hour energy. It's got 4 amazing flavors. No carbs, no sugars in this. And when you order these boxes, boom, it shows up to your house. Same as 7-Eleven. All that shit. It's great. Best in the biz. I'm drinking it today. I'm drinking it every day.
We know.
Gotta get a little juice.
We know.
Running through the veins. It'll go great with all your 4th of July parties, man. That is the fucking drink that'll keep you going all day long. Are they still giving out fireworks? Is that still a thing, or we cancel those too?
Probably canceled. Okay. I haven't seen any tents pop up.
No.
Yeah. They have them at the stores, just not the real deals.
They got the bullshit ones. Black cats and everything else. So here's the thing. I don't know if I'm hearing fireworks or just people shooting guns in the air. Dead serious, where there's just like, man, fuck all this. Shooting at the moon.
Yeah, maybe.
That's happened a lot. Check that moon for holes. I'm going to look in my telescope tonight. See if there's any holes in that moon. Go to strikeforceenergy.com today. Promo code REVOLUTION, 20% off. They ship everywhere in the entire world. So if you are in Iceland and you're shooting a movie right now, you want some Strike Force, they'll ship it to you. Amazing. Last but not least, Jabes, expressvpn.com/revolution. Everybody was getting that porn initially from what was it, Poland? 365 days?
Yeah.
Yeah. It sparked a fucking revolution. Everybody was using the VPNs for shit like that. It came over here. Mm-hmm. They're doing a sequel now. They just announced it today. So.
They're doing a sequel?
Correct.
Okay.
Does the guy die at the end or something? I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, he's coming back for the sequel.
Okay.
The dude in it, who every chick is talking about. Mm-hmm. And he's raising money for charity. Don't do it, hombre. There's not going to be many movies left after this. Save all your money. That is my recommendation for you,
he's
homeboy.
Coming back for seconds.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Goddamn right he is.
Yeah. Well, it's only one of the things that you can do with expressvpn.com/revolution. Most importantly, it keeps your privacy private. Mm-hmm. Keeps your info secure. Keeps
Goddamn
your
right
searches, your
histories,
passwords,
bank accounts,
everything.
All that thing's safe. It's a seamless app that runs in the background of your computer, every electronic device you have, your phones, all of it. $7 a month with expressvpn.com/revolution. Guess what, kids? You get 3 months free if you order a year. And it's that time. That time, man. If everybody's going to be sitting in their houses, man, you're going to be on your computer all the time. Better block your shit, Jabes.
Yes.
What else is crack-a-lacking that you want to talk about before we get on the show today?
What's crack-a-lacking?
You were like, I definitely want to talk about this one thing.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Chase and Dre,
yep,
which
and
we
one
did.
Other thing.
The Iceland, the movie?
Yes.
Will Ferrell.
Did we talk about the movie
We didn't.
Oh.
I'm hearing on the street that people hated it. They
Yes.
thought it was the worst movie of all time.
Yes.
I disagree.
Oh, well, I don't. I'm with you.
I really liked it.
Yeah, you can pop that up on screen there if you haven't seen this. What was the name of it?
It was Eurovision, the Fire Saga or something.
Okay. Whatever it was.
The story of Fire Saga.
The Eurovision Song Contest. Either way, man.
It's a real thing.
I understand it's a real thing.
Right.
It was not very funny. It was kind of shot like a drama, sort of.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell's
it was intriguing
got to be close
to me, for sure.
60 at this point. Look up Will
Yeah,
Ferrell's
we'll
age,
see.
Alec. I'm sorry? Will Ferrell's age. Look that up. Because I found it weird that he was with Rachel McAdams in this.
Well, she's 40-something.
He's 52. How old is she? Is fucking Rachel McAdams in her 40s?
I think so. 41.
41, yeah. Well, the weird part about it is
that's
they were children growing up together, so you're supposed to believe that they're the same age
Oh, okay.
in the movie. So
A 41-year-old woman and a 52-year-old man, basically the same.
probably.
Same age.
But yeah, it's. I did not like the movie. You liked the movie?
I don't know if I liked it, but I was just very intrigued by it. It was different. I think if people wanted it to be a comedy, they were disappointed. If people wanted it to be a drama, they were disappointed. But I like a comedy that's shot beautifully. Like that, I love, right?
Sure.
So there were elements that were like, is this a Will Ferrell comedy or is this a beautiful drama? Which in Iceland, which is where they shot it, it's like you can't get a bad shot. Everything's gorgeous. And I just think I think if you've gone to Eurovision, you're like, dude, this thing is insane.
Right.
Like, this is exactly what it is. You see shit like this.
I guess so, but
Do you know what I mean?
It just, to me, it could have been like an old school Sandler movie or something, or like the ice skating movie. What was that he did with Napoleon Dynamite? Blades of Glory. That's it. It could have been like that. It just wasn't very funny. The question I have for it is, because of how PC everything is right now, was there a problem in the writer's room where they were just like, hey man, I don't think we can tell that joke. That's what it felt like to me.
I don't know. I don't know if they were trying to go like Blades of Glory, which is so over the top and so ridiculous.
Right.
Like, they were just under that, where like for a second you can be like, and they had really real, like, heartfelt moments from like Rachel McAdams, which is like an amazing actress.
She's
right?
great.
So like
Yeah.
they have these like real moments, but then something funny. I don't know. I just liked it. I was sort of like, maybe if I see it again, I'll be like, yeah. But
it's a strange one. Look,
I don't know. I
for
just
Iceland, it's pretty much all you can shoot there. So Netflix is doing another gig in Netflix
show there,
in Iceland
or movie,
as well.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the only place you can shoot.
The only place you can shoot right now. But
yeah, I was not there. I was not there for that movie.
Okay.
I want to see some.
Yeah, no, nobody liked it.
I know.
Yeah, so
but you did.
I did, but
Yeah.
you're not alone.
Okay.
I am.
Thank God. It's the one thing I don't.
I
wanna be
am
in
the
this
only
world
one
is
that's
alone.
like,
Yeah.
I kind of liked it.
No, man, I definitely couldn't get behind that. But then again, I couldn't get behind. Kanye dropped a new song today with Travis Scott, and it was a non-Jesus song.
Okay.
I mean, in that vein-ish, you know, fucking terrible.
Was it?
I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know what happened to him.
To who?
It's just weird how people. I know I've said this a million times on this show, but it's just weird how super talented people can just lose it like that.
And
They
are we
just don't have
talking
it anymore.
about
Talking about
Kanye
yeah.
losing it? Well, it might have been that deal he did with Gap. You know what I mean?
Well, look, he's smart to tap into the Jesus market. He's smart to tap into Gap. Business-wise, he's on fire.
Right.
But music-wise, just doesn't.
Yeah, but if you go from Yeezy to the Gap, I assume that your music will go that way as well.
Probably.
Like, if your Gap prices.
Probably, yeah. But I was surprised when it popped up today on my Twitter feed, and I was like, oh, shit. He's got a new song out, but it wasn't trending #1, and I was like, it must not be that great. Must not be that great. So, yeah, man, it's odd. It's odd. I don't get it. I don't get what he's going for anymore. And he was one of my favorites, to be honest with you.
I mean, he goes back and forth. He'll come out with something else that you like.
Hopefully.
You've definitely said this exact thing before, so.
No, but look, the last two, man, I'm like the last gospel album was a full-on gospel album. Congratulations. If you like gospel, you like gospel, right?
Right.
I liked half of the one before, a third of it. But now after the last one, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Right. And with this new song, I was just like, no.
Yeah.
When you have Travis Scott, like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
One would think you'd have the best beat on the planet. You can pretty much do anything with an awesome beat is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
That fucking dude, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Right. He is just popping out bangers right now.
It's true.
How is he able to do it? He's on house arrest, for Christ's sakes. Can't even fucking go anywhere. His song with Nicki Minaj was number 1 in the country, the new one.
Yeah.
Number 1. And it broke every record there was. Video views, downloads, all of it, you name it. And he did it from his house. The whole thing produced in his house, shot in his house, the music video, released from his house, everything from his fucking house.
Well, then that blows my theory out of the water, which is that like this quarantine is taking it out of everyone. Like we don't have a real life to live in order to like make art good, right? So, but what you're saying with Tekashi just kind of blows that theory out of the water.
Yeah, it does. Like,
but I just feel like,
and I feel the same way because
you can't live your life. You can't see people. You're getting no inspiration from anything. Everything's bringing you down. What are you gonna do?
Well, but here's the opposite of that. So, like, the third St. James book is coming out at Thanksgiving, and like we're about to record the audiobook and all that shit, right? It's great. I feel that it's great, and I put extra time into it to make sure it's great because everything that's going on is like you said. Nobody has inspiration for anything, and nobody has any cool shit. Therefore, I don't think it's that hard if you're that creative to sit down and be like, you know what, I'm going to fucking crush this. And it's going to be the dopest shit of all time. Mm-hmm. If it's in you, it's in you. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, like, I just think for Kanye, he's too rich and he's over it. I just think he's over life at this point.
I don't know if he's over it or if he's...
I meet a lot of people like that who are just rich and over life where it's just like, what are you doing now? And they're like, man, I don't know. Whatever I want, just kind of traveling or whatever. And you're just like, I understand. You work your ass, like, because he's in his 40s. You work your ass off for fucking 25 years because he started at a young age and, you know, came from Chicago and all that other shit in the streets. And he was just like, nah, I'm married to a Kardashian. We have billions of dollars now. Do I really care?
He's starting a makeup line.
Yes.
Like, you know.
Starting a makeup line. Music is that's the furthest thing. Because when you start your days and you're in all these meetings, I can promise you what takes place first. Meeting with the Gap takes first. That's a 10-year deal.
Right.
Meeting with Adidas. A meeting with all these other fucking people. And at the end of your day, if I can spend an hour in the studio recording some music, maybe that'll be rad.
Right.
But other than that, you know, it's not a lot of time and that's not your main focus anymore. So I don't know if shit will ever be good for him again. I really don't.
Well,
I feel the same way about Lil Wayne now too. Where the last album was, Invisible. It wasn't even a coaster for me, like where I was just like, man, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. I just think he's old, getting older and rich, and he's just like, you know, it's gone now.
Right.
It's all over. But there's got to be some new people coming up. I hate that fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine guy. I hate his whole shit. Mm-hmm. But I can't deny that those 2 songs I've been playing in my fucking car.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude's doing it.
For sure.
He's absolutely doing it right now. Lastly, I want to talk about Terry Crews. This guy just keeps fucking popping up, saying a bunch of weird shit all the time.
What's he saying?
You know I've never been a fan of Terry Crews.
I do know that.
Ever since, if you can widen that up a little bit. So he is catching hell right now. Top one. If you are a child of God, you are my brother and sister. I have a family of every race, creed, and ideology. We must ensure Black Lives Matter doesn't morph into Black Lives Better. Mm-hmm. The black community is absolutely fucking torching him right now for saying this.
Sure.
Terry Crews is married to a white woman.
Yeah.
He's also super rich. Mm-hmm. He's not going through any of the struggles that most people are going through. And every single black leader has come out against him today and this morning and just saying, hey, man, it's about the cause and what we're doing, not that we're better than people or whatever. So let's not put that narrative in there.
Yeah.
So that hashtag Blacklivesbetter was started by him personally. That's not a thing going on right now. And it's a weird statement to make right now for your own people during this time. But he's also the guy, I want to remind you, who got his dick grabbed at a party and then sued him. Said he was sexually harassed by that gay guy, that gay agent. And I was like, that case got dismissed.
Right.
So, I don't know. He keeps saying a bunch of weird shit like this, too.
Yeah.
I don't know why. People are getting a little too comfortable, you know?
What do you mean? Well, he knows he won't be canceled.
No.
Because he can't
be canceled. But he's getting canceled by his own community. So.
He doesn't care about that.
Right?
No.
That's what I'm saying. He probably doesn't. He doesn't care, right?
This tweet is to his white friends.
That's basically. And this is what everybody else is saying today.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care either way. I just like it's a tweet to his white friends to let them know that he's not gonna change. He's cool.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
He's fine.
All my buddies are like going crazy in the streets, but I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm not going to be doing that. Is basically what he's saying. And he just wants to let, execs at NBC and like all these places to know that like he's cool.
Yeah.
Again, and I said it in the beginning of the show, it's all meaningless and pointless if we continue to shut down the economy.
Yeah. Everybody will be out of work. Everybody will be equal.
Every white, governor, every person that is shutting down the economy and collapsing goes like it's a big building and the two bottom floors are going to suffer the worst when that building comes down.
Yeah.
So if we're not even addressing that's happening, none of this is going to matter. Like any progress that you make right now in the Black Lives Matter movement, once we really get these numbers back and communities start collapsing, it's not going to fucking matter anymore.
Right.
Everything you did is going to be for nothing.
And then breaking news right now. People got on me the other day for doing this in Drinking Bro Sports when I said there's not going to be any fucking sports, including the NBA and all this shit that's about to start. The Denver Nuggets, who are the third or fourth favorite in Vegas to win it all, have shut down their entire facility. So where are they going to, because of COVID tests, their best player has coronavirus. There's no way you can play like this, man. And it sucks, dude. So it's a fucking pipe dream if you're waiting for sports to come back. I don't know when or why. And if you're wondering why I was so goddamn bitter about China and all this shit, this is it. And we have no distractions. I was talking to Alec this morning before we got on the air about this. When you have no distractions in this world, and you won't either, Japes, by the way. I know I talk about sports a lot. Well, wait till there's no Housewives or any of your favorite shows. It's going to get to everyone because everybody's got their favorite thing in this world. I don't watch those
in the same way, but go ahead.
I understand. Well, whatever you watch in this world that you enjoy, something outside of work, once it starts seeping into every corner of that and you have nothing to think about other than this bullshit going on, that's what I mean about this fucking anti-China rant that I was on earlier. It's that. It's like, dude, when one country can shut down everybody's freedom, their way of life, how they live, the way they think, and what is in your face every single day because of one goddamn thing. That's why I say that, where I'm like, I do not want to live my life like that. America was not like that. We never wore masks. The only time I saw it was when Asians came in from China into LA. They got off the plane at LAX. They were all masked up. They had their fucking gloves and all their fucking safety shit on for whatever was going on over there. I always assumed it was pollution. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what goes on there because it's a communist country. Everything is controlled, so we don't know.
Everything that's going on here. So if there's people that are at risk or have respiratory problems or whatever, they wear a mask.
But have they had viruses like this before that affected them to wear masks? They have. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's their way of life.
Yeah. I do not want that to be our way of life. Like my way of life personally, your way of life, my kids' way of life, all that shit. Like I don't. And as the weeks go on and more of this shit gets taken away from us, they just shut down all the beaches in California, by the way. That just happened a couple hours ago. Miami's beaches are closed. I'd have to guess North Carolina is probably next. I mean, I was out over the weekend. There's fucking 40,000 people raging their dicks off. But Los Angeles, all of those beaches for 4th of July are now closed now. For this weekend coming up.
I never went to the beach in Los Angeles.
I did. You know when
it took me 4 hours to get there.
I went for 4th of July every single year. It was one of the most amazing fireworks displays. They pulled this barge out over in Malibu and Manhattan Beach and all down the coast. And you were like, yeah, man, it's fucking America. You go and drink out of buckets with all your friends. We used to get this bucket, with these rubber sharks in it. That's how big the goddamn bucket was, full of jungle juice. It's Sharky's. That was the name of it.
Oh, yeah.
Go down to Sharky's and get a bucket. 12 of your buddies stuff in straws into this goddamn thing. You drink yourself into oblivion.
Those days are gone.
Yeah, gone, dude. You can't. Sharky's isn't open.
No.
You can't share a straw with a friend.
No, you can't shove a straw into a bucket.
You have to mask up. The beaches are now closed. That's the only beauty of living in California is what the beaches are like.
Yeah.
So, I want to call your dad, see if they're shut down that north in Ventura.
The north?
Yeah, Ventura is north of LA, right?
Yeah. So you can't park anywhere on the beach. So if you do go there, you have to
cross the highway.
Yeah. So you have to park like a mile away and drag your stuff there. Therefore, no one goes.
Got it.
So they said, like, you can go on the beach. We're not sure how you're going to get there, but
Thanks
you could
again,
go
China.
there.
Thanks again.
So it's really just the homeless people living their dreams on the beach.
Shit, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, Hobo Jungle is kicking.
Hobo Jungle? Is that what they call it?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that phrase a lot.
Hobo Jungle.
Man, if you were homeless, what a time to be alive right now.
Ugh.
Nobody bothers you. You have the beach to yourself.
Nobody's going to kick you out of anywhere.
Nope, they're not doing shit. Huh. You don't say.
Well, yes.
Well, it's half full.
Sure.
Go to Ross Patterson Revolution on iTunes. Rate the show a 5-star and give it a quick review. It helps scoot us on up the charts here. I'm a little tongue-tied with all that strike force. And then subscribe to Drinker Bros Podcast on YouTube. All of our shows are on there across the board. Who was first in the room today? Nico the Greco is first in the room today. Look at that. There's a new champion today.
Love it.
There's not going to be this weekend. Chestnuts. We're a chestnut household. We always have been. And 4 more sleeps until he defends his mustard belt. I'm excited for it. We will be live that day at noon with you, watching the event and getting wet. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.